Hello everyone. Today we'll start our new chapter as I have already given you the notes on that. Um, the new chapter is our US hegemony in world politics. Okay, before that, I would like to recap the previous chapter to what we have learned in the chapter 2, because if we are not able to relate with the third chapter, then we will not understand the third chapter. So previously in the second chapter we saw Soviet system. What was it? What was happening in the Soviet system? What kind of system it was? Whether it was good for the people or not? And what happened to Soviet system after it suddenly disintegrated? And who was second point? Mikhail Gorbachev's policies and Soviet Union disintegration. Who was Mikhail Gorbachev, and what made his policies to be emerged in the Soviet system, and how well he diagnosed the problems of the Soviet system, and did it contributed to the disintegration of Soviet Union. The third point, we can see that major reasons for the disintegration or collapse of Soviet Union. Now it may be surprise for the whole world that such a superpower Soviet Union, how it came to disintegrated so soon. So there are various reasons for the disintegration of Soviet Union, but some of them we came to know what are the problems why Soviet Union disintegrated so soon. After that, we'll see we saw consequences of disintegration. What happened after Soviet Union suddenly disintegrated? What we see in the Soviet system, as we can see that if there is a disintegration of Soviet Union, and there was a disintegration of Soviet Union, that means two superpowers didn't cease to exist. That means key one of the superpowers was uh, suddenly collapsed and disintegrated, is no more in the scene. So US or America become the sole superpower, or the only superpower with intact uh, powers within itself, and there was no tensions, conflicts, or competition between America and Soviet Union. Secondly, we can see that there is a change in the world order, because there is no more Soviet Union and America became the superpower remaining itself. So there were various changes in the world order itself, and after that we saw shock therapy in post-communist regimes. Those countries, once they were with Soviet Union, now they have to change their system if they have to exist, because shock therapy is the process which they had to undergo to change their political and economic system. And America, with its institutions such as IMF and World Bank, was trying to advise these post-communist countries to survive. So it was a therapy, and it was process through painful process through everything was uprooted that exists in the Soviet system. Okay, and the sixth one is consequences of shock therapy. After applying shock therapy, what happened in these post-communist countries? What results we can see? We saw in this system, in this shock therapy consequences. First, it was that Russia, one of the inheritor of the Soviet Union, it faced much problems, and 90% of its industries were sold out in a very throwaway price. That means in a very cheap prices. And various reasons we can see that the currency, the ruble of Soviet system, Russia was devalued, or it was undervalued. The value of dollar increased and ruble decreased, and the GDP of Russia also decreased gradually within a decade, within 10 years. As it was in 1989, we can see in 1999 it was decreasing very fast with its GDP. And after that, we saw tensions and conflicts in this Soviet Union and the various countries which were separated from Soviet Union. We saw there were ethnic conflicts as well as some uh, racial discrimination, and they fought among themselves. We saw that this system, this uh, post-communist countries faced lots of problem within itself. After that, we lastly saw India and post-communist. As we see in every chapter, we have to see it through India's eyes, or compare it with India, what was happening in the contemporary world, and what how we can learn, or what we can learn from this. So during India and post-communist countries relationship, we can understand that it maintained cordial relations with all the 15 republics of Soviet Union, but especially with Russia, we can see there was a much deeper understanding between India and Russia. So why? Because there is a trust between them from history itself. Historically, they were, so when Soviet Union existed, India got help from Soviet Union. That is the reason there is a history of trust and common interest relates between them. Match by popular perceptions, we can see they had a beautiful collaboration, or helping each other out. As we have learned that they wanted multipolar system. Russia wanted a multipolar system, and India also believed in that. And collective security, we see collective security in this matter. And we see how Russia helped India in regarding Kashmir issues, energy supplies, sharing information on international terrorism, access to Central Asia, and balancing relations with China. Russia became one of the major helper for India. Similarly, Russia also got benefited from India. Russia exported military hardware, or we can say arms, ammunitions to India, and India was the second largest importer of weapons or military hardware from Russia. Regarding scientific projects, also we see India and Russia collaborated well each other. Uh, we see regarding the cryogenic rocket, Russia did help India in providing cryogenic rocket. However, America did want Soviet Union not to give India this technology, cryogenic rocket technology to India. As I have already mentioned in my previous audio notes that what was cryogenic engine or what was cryogenic rocket. So these are the things we have learned in the second chapter regarding the end of bipolarity. Now, as the chapter says the end of bipolarity, so we came to know that now Soviet Union is disintegrated. Now all the 15 republics are separated from Soviet Union and now trying to survive and live according to the directions and advices by the America through IMF and World Bank. Now in this chapter, now whatever we have learned in the second chapter, this is the situation. Now we are going to learn further what is going to happen in the third chapter. Okay, this is the third chapter, US hegemony in world politics. As we know that hegemony, find out the key points here. Here's hegemony, US hegemony. US, we know, America hegemony means the domination of the power. Is the meaning of hegemony. I will know much deeper about hegemony in the as we go with the chapter. In world politics, what is the role of America in world politics? It's a domination in world politics. We'll understand in this chapter. Okay, so just to give you the overview of what we are going to learn in this chapter, first we will see. First point, in this chapter we try to understand the nature, extents and limits of US dominance or hegemony. Okay, so हम लोग यहाँ पर क्या समझने वाले हैं कि यूएस का किस तरह का नेचर था, प्रकृति था, या किस तरह से अपने हेजेमनी को वो बढ़ा रहा था, या उसके हेजेमनी पर किस तरह से कंट्रोल, एक लिमिट अमेरिका का है इस पूरे वर्ल्ड पॉलिटिक्स में. Second, we will be learning the rise of the new world order from the first Gulf War to the US-led invasion of Iraq. ठीक है. अब हम लोग इस चैप्टर में इस बात को समझेंगे कि ये न्यू वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर है क्या, और ये कब बदलाव आया, किस कैसे आया। जैसे फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर हुआ, ये फर्स्ट गल्फ वॉर है क्या, जिसको अमेरिका ने इसको आगे बढ़ाया, इसको इन्वेड किया इराक पे, क्योंकि इराक ने ईरान पे अटैक किया था, सॉरी कुवैत पे अटैक किया था। ओके, वेट वेट, द थर्ड पॉइंट, द नेचर ऑफ यूएस डोमिनेंस विद द हेल्प ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ हेजेमनी। हम इस बात को समझने का प्रयास करेंगे, जानने का, समझने का कि ये अमेरिका का नेचर का ये डोमिनेंस किस तरह से काम करता है हेजेमनी के द्वारा। दैट मीन्स कि हेजेमनी है तो किस तरह से है, वो यूएस कैसे इसको इस्तेमाल करता है, हाउ डज यूएस यूज और यूटिलाइजेस हेजेमनी इन डिफरेंट टर्म्स एंड try to show its dominance all over the world. We will, so fourth point, we will learn the political, economic and cultural aspects of US hegemony and also understand India's policies, options in dealing with the US. ये क्या कह रहा है, हेजेमनी कितने तरीके से हो सकता है, कि पॉलिटिकल टर्म्स में अमेरिका किस तरह से रूल कर रहा है, या इसको डोमिनेट कर रहा है पूरे वर्ल्ड पे, इसको हम देखेंगे। इकोनॉमिक टर्म्स से भी अमेरिका कैसे डोमिनेट कर रहा है, कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट से भी डोमिनेट कर रहा है। पॉलिटिकल इकोनॉमिक समझ में आता है, कल्चरल एस्पेक्ट से कैसे अमेरिका का हेजेमनी पूरी दुनिया में डोमिनेट कर रहा है, इसको हम लोग देखने का प्रयास करेंगे। ऑल्सो अंडरस्टैंड इंडियाज पॉलिसी ऑप्शंस विद डीलिंग विद द यूएस, और इस बात को भी समझने का प्रयास करेंगे कि इंडिया का पॉलिसी यूएस के पॉलिसी के साथ कैसे डील करना चाहिए, इस बात को लेकर। वी विल ऑल्सो लर्न, फिफ्थ पॉइंट, वी विल ऑल्सो लर्न इफ देयर आर चैलेंजेस टू दिस हेजेमनी। हम इस बात को भी समझेंगे कि क्या हेजेमनी को लेकर भी क्या चुनौती है, चैलेंजेस है, और वेदर इट कैन बी ओवरकम, या इस हेजेमनी को भी ख़त्म किया जा सकता है, ऐसे कोई तरीका है। पहला तो यह है कि जानने को प्रयास करेंगे कि हेजेमनी को चुनौती कौन दे सकता है, या चुनौती मिल सकता है या नहीं मिल सकता है। दूसरा ये जानने का प्रयास करेंगे क्या ये यूएस का जो हेजेमनी है, क्या ये इसको ख़त्म किया जा सकता है। इस बारे में हम इस 5 पॉइंट को हम इस चैप्टर में देखने का प्रयास करेंगे।